How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Day Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called the Bavarian Farm. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to the Bavarian Farm map. The map has no real origin and is freely invented. However, the Regensburg Passau region served as a model. Construction time start May 23, end November 23. Almost all houses and farms are self-built. There is a village with a harbor. In the harbor, you will find, in the village, you will find the Schoffeldigen agricultural machinery dealer, a bakery, a cheese dairy, milk sale and dairy, cattle dealer, muesli production, carpenter, joiner, supermarket, petrol station, fire station. At the harbor grain mill, farm shop, market garden. There are 4 farms. Main farm with cow, chicken, and pigsty. Lower Bavarian pack with cow and hen house. Farm 3 in the village with cowshed. Farm on the main road, horse and sheep. There is a sawmill in the forest. There are 28 small and large fields, partly helper friendly, partly helper unfriendly. Have fun. There are mods required for this map, starting with the Lower Bavarian Farm Pack by Bernie's CS, and this map was created by Bernie's CS and is 345.29 megabytes to download. And if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. You can see we start out pretty much right here in the center of the map at our main starting farm, and we start out by owning farmlands number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Farmland number 1 being our main farm, 2 being a grass field ready to harvest, 3 and 4 are fields that have no product in them whatsoever. You cannot purchase the entirety of the map. You can see there's large chunks of this map that are not purchasable. And if we take a look at our animals, we do start out with a couple of animal sheds and pastures. Contracts are available. Production chains, we start out with a lot of production chains on this map, which is really nice. No collectibles on this map. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, though, starting out here on the buy menu, there is nothing here. You can see there is no mods and DLCs tab. But under the build menu, if we start in buildings and sheds, we scroll over to the right, you will see the Bavarian Farm. These are the mods that are specific to the map, anything labeled with the Bavarian Farm. Under silos, we do have a couple here, the Bavarian Farm. Under silo extensions, there is nothing. Under containers, though, we have a few here. Under tools, again, got one here. And under farmhouses, we have one here. Then under productions, we scroll to the right. You'll see fertilizer production specific to this map. Nothing under selling points. And under greenhouses, we do have the Bavarian Farm right there. Nothing under orchards or generators. Under animals, we have under cows. We have the Bavarian Farm cowshed right there. Nothing under horses. Under pigs, we do have one for the Bavarian Farm. Under sheep, nothing. Chickens, we have one here. Under bees, there is nothing. And under others, there is nothing. Under decorations, we will see all the way down here the Bavarian Farm. Under fences, under lights, we do have one here. And nothing under others. And then lastly, under landscaping and painting, take a look. We have a couple of additional painting swatches, and that is it. Nothing under trees or plants. Now we do start out here at the starting farm, so let's check out the starting equipment. Going under the buy menu, under our owned items, starting with medium tractors, we have a John Deere 4755 and a 7810. We have the Deutz-Fahr Topliner 4090H harvester. Cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 1986. Trailers, we have the Rudolph TDK 301 RP. Headers for the Deutz-Fahr. Under cultivators, we have the Amazon Zinio 4000 Super. Seeders, the Nordstein HK25 and S3030. Sprayers, we have the Hardy Mega 1200L. Fertilizer spreaders, we have the Amazon ZATS 3200. Manure spreaders, the Brantner TA12050 Power Spread Plus. Slurry tanks, Farm Tech Super Cease 800. Mowers, the K brand GMD 3123F. Forage wagons, the Strautmann Zalon CFS 2501DO. Animals, the Silo King Trail Line 4.0 Premium 221822, and a Lizard MKS 8. Under levelers, we have the Hilarious MES 400, front loaders, the Quickie Q3M, front loader tools, the Albert pellet fork, universal bucket, manure fork, and bale spike, and lastly, under weights, a John Deere pickup 900. That is it. Now, let's check out what we got. Directly in front of me, we have a herbicide tank where you can refill it. You kind of have to stand on the sweet spot on this one, though, because you get too close, right over where you think the trigger should be, you are going to turn on lights inside the shed, but just stand a little ways back of it, and then you can get to it. Let's see. Next one is over here. Now, I will say, before we step in here, this map is going to need some updates. It's a bit clunky in places. Starting with here. We stand back here. Looks like just an empty hall. Bloop. You see that kind of flash? That just kind of happens there. All the pipe work and all the lights are missing. Like all this stuff. Yeah, it's just some issues. You can see kind of right in here. Just a little bit clunky. Gonna need some addressing. Not a huge deal though. In here we have the bale and pallet storage tucked away back here. We also have a silo right back here. In here, nope, I went the wrong way. Right here, we have the cow barn, room for 80 cows. We have our milk point tucked away right in here. Open this up. We have our feed point right there. We have our output for our slurry there. A couple of bunker silos tucked away in the back over here. I was supposed to come around and go to this side. And now we get to this part here. Nope, I'm all over the place. I passed by the chickens. Let's go back here. Chickens right here. Room for 360 of them. You have your feed goes here, and, oops, eggs spawn here. Now, we've got the diesel tank, or fuel tank right here. Again, fillable. Let's see, fuel tank. Trying to make sure I cover everything, because I got it in a specific order. Over here, we have a greenhouse. Just standard, ins and outs. I think the cycles per month has been tweaked a little bit, though, but I'm not 100% sure. Pigsty right over here. Room for 150 pigs. And let's see. Over here, you can see... Nope, I did go the wrong way. Feed goes here. This is something completely unrelated to the pigs. I will show what that is here in just a second. We have two triggers for the pigs, even though it's the same... Wait a minute. No, it is the same. It is the same, because I loaded this earlier. So yeah, this is, one button for the pigs, and then there's another one on the other side for some reason. This is the pig food mixer. Nice production point here. You can put in right here, and this pipe is where you take out from that pig food mixer. And then your slurry is right here. Over here, we have our water point. Can purchase water. We've got... I did this in a really weird order. Over here, we have the fertilizer production right here. As you can see, we have manure, water, and lime will produce fertilizer, solid fertilizer, and digestate. We have our input right here and our output right here. let's see, tucked away over here. What was it in here? Yes, repair trigger tucked away in here. And behind me here we have, let's see if I remember right, over here. Yep, wardrobe right here. And in here, sleep trigger. Right there. And I did realize just now that I missed one thing. This production point up in the front, because it's named weird in my notes, I just skipped right over it. This is the cheese production. Now, if you walk in here, you see there's no wrench that indicates that you can click on anything. But you just walk into the door here, get a little ways in there, and manage production point. And you can make butter and cheese. You have your input for it. I believe it was... No, that's not... Where is the input? No, here's the input. Yeah, input here, output there. Ay. And I think... Okay, yes. My notes are all out of order, but that is everything. I've been checking things off along the way. Now, I'm going to grab a tractor with a trailer, and that'll become evident as to why here in just a little while. So we're going to go in here, where the trailer's hidden. A lot of our equipment's just tucked away all in these little sheds and buildings and whatnot. We're going to grab this John Deere right here. And see, all of our tools are just tucked away in the little cubby right there, which that's a cool little feature on this map. There's a lot of things about this map that I really do like. There's cool little features all around. Now, coming out here, right here is the supermarket sell point. Now we're going to continue to head out in this direction. Like I said, there's actually two reasons as to why we're bringing this tractor and trailer. Even though we have equipment that could get us around the map a little bit faster, it will become clearer here in a little bit. This is the sawmill, tucked away over here. Stop right here. Around this side, here is the buy point, 35,000 purchase. You have your output also right here. You have an output for the wood chips here. And over here, you have an input with the wood cell trigger right here. Oh, and it just dawned on me that I didn't tweak this. Boop. Turn that off and turn automatic engine stop. Don't want those on. There we go. So now we're going to head out of here and start driving north. And at this next intersection, we're going to make a left. And we're going to take in our second farm. Well, not our second farm, but the second farm that we can purchase. Okay, and just down the road here, you see all these little houses and buildings come popping up over the tree line there. This is farm number 2. Now if we stop right here, turn that off, and take a look at the map. So we started here at our main farm. Went and saw all the bits and pieces all around here. You can see there's tons and tons of stuff around here. We then came out the main drive where we saw the supermarket sell point, and then came all the way down to the end of the road and saw the sawmill. Came up to about here, went down this road to this area here. And if we take a look at farmland number 19, you can purchase it for $77,040, which we will go ahead and do that. And you can see after purchasing, all these triggers now are available to us. So if we come over here to the far side, open this door. Yes, over here. That's what I was looking for. Open the gate here. You see all these various gates open and close by opening that one. This is the cow barn, room for 80 cows. You have your slurry trigger right here. We'll go ahead and re-close this and open up in here. We have our feed trigger right over here. And our milk trigger, I believe, was tucked away in here. Was it not? Right here. There it is. No, I'm sorry. No, that's the silo. Where's the milk trigger? Here it is. There's the milk trigger. Haha. Yes. Yes. This is our silo. And again, you step into these various rooms here and you can see these kind of little weird glitches and like things that just kind of pop in and out. I think it's the shaders is what it's called. That's the issue. Got a silo here with an output here and an input right over here. Let's see. Make sure I'm getting to everything. I don't want to skip anything. I think tucked around the backside over here is our silo. And then is it... No, it's not in here. It's over here. We have our bale and pallet storage right here. A fuel tank right here that is refillable. Let's see. Just making sure I get to everything. No, not in here. Where was it? Was it in here? Yes, repair trigger right there. Our chickens, I think, are tucked away in here. Where? Like I said, there's so many little nooks and crannies that hide. Ah, there's the chickens. Okay, I ran right past it. Chickens, room for 360. We have a wardrobe trigger here. Sleep trigger right here. And then right back here is where you can feed your chickens, right there. And you can get your eggs from there. Let's see, the cow barn, the silo, wardrobe, sleep, chickens, silos, fuel tank, and bale and pallet storage. That is everything. Whew! Like I said, there's a bunch of triggers, there's a bunch of different places that you can go, and there's one farm in particular. It's the fourth and final farm. That one is, I think, the most complicated of all the farms, and I'll show you that here in a little while. Now let's see. Make a left here. Now if we pull in here, we have a fire hydrant, place for us to get some water. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Meant to come over here in this little driveway. Over here is the bakery with a input right there. Purchased the bakery for $35,000, and I believe that's just the input. Is this no, that doesn't open. Where's the output? This might be an output here as well, but I'm not seeing another hazard box to indicate an output, so this might be an output as well. Across the street here, you know what, we'll just run across over here, is the Kasiri Bayern For 50,000, you can purchase this. This is another cheese and dairy. Inputs are here and outputs right there. Like I said, there's a couple of areas on this map, like the bakery here, that are a bit clunky. They're just not very well defined. Like I said, I think there's going to be some updates or some kind of experimenting to kind of figure out things. A gas station to my left. Heading out in this direction, across the river. Getting ready to come up on farm number 3. Out towards the western portion of the map. And we are rapidly approaching the first area in which we needed to take the tractor and trailer. Now up here to my left is farm number 3. We'll go ahead and take a look at the map and kind of fill the gap of where we were and what we've seen. So we'll stop right here. Now, we're here at farm number 2. We then came out to here where we saw the fire hydrant, up to the bakery, across the street to the Kasiri Bayern, and then up to the gas station. Came all the way out to here to farmland number 31. For $137,700, you can purchase farmland number 31. And let me go ahead and buy this back, get my money back, and at the same time borrow a whole load of money because we need it. And purchase farmland number 31. You can see all these are now available to us. Let's go ahead and pull in. Now over here, we'll hop over these fences. We have our sheep pasture, our sheep barn. Now I believe, where was the there it is. Sheep, 150 of them can go in here. Open up all the gates. Wool spawns here. Feed goes here. And water right here. Up ahead here, we have the hay dryer, as you can see here, where we can take grass and turn it into hay. Down here a little ways. Let's see, was it in here? No, it's the backside. That's right. Backside here, we have a horse pasture. So, oh, and that's something I forgot to show. Input right here with the hay dryer. You can see the little sign right here. And output right here. Horse pasture, feed, water, and animal dialogue trigger. Room for 16 horses. And now cut back through over here to right here is a silo. We have our output here and our input right here. And that is it for this farm. Let's go ahead and buy this land, or sell this land back so we have the money. So we need one more area that we're going to have to purchase. All right, to my right is the carpentry. Purchase this for $60,000. We have our input with the wood cell trigger here and output right there. Across the street, we have the cereal factory. I'll just run over there really quick. Input right here. Trigger right here, $110,000. Output right there. I do love the little statue, and so cool. Now, this is the reason why we needed the trailer. So tucked away right here. Now, even though there is no indicators on the map or anything like that, you can see there's the cow pasture here. There's nothing that indicates that there's something here, right? But these are sale points. We have a sale for lime, sale for seed, and sale for fertilizer. Now, if I pull up underneath, you'll see eventually right there, start filling. The top left-hand corner there, we can start filling for fertilizer, keep pulling forward for seed, keep pulling forward for lime. Now, that cow pasture right there, nothing we can do about it. It is, I believe, just intended to be an animated cow pasture, so it looks like you are at the animal dealer and they have actual livestock. But tucked away over here is the animal dealer. Now, you can come to this location or use this same icon with the pens and pastures that you already have installed on the map to be able to purchase your animals. As you can see, come up to the icon here. I can select any one of my pens and pastures that I have already pre-installed. Now, if I purchase from this location or the locations that are already pre-installed using this icon, I will incur an additional cost. It is associated to a delivery fee. As you can see, if I go here to my cow shed and I look down at the bottom right-hand corner, you'll see prices and fees. That fee is the delivery cost, and it's essentially simulating the animal dealer taking the animals from this location all the way over to wherever the pens and pastures are located on the map. Now, depending on what kind of animals you're getting and how many, it's going to add up. Now, if you want to save that money, come to this location, park over the dialog box with an animal trailer, whether it's leased, whether it's loaned, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and purchase your animals, put them into the animal trailer, and deliver them yourselves. You will save that money. Again, an adult cow will cost $100 per cow, and our cow shed there will take 80 cows. So that's going to be quite a bit of money right off the bat. So might be worth savings. We have a fire hydrant right here in front of us. Another buy point for water. Tucked away down over here, we have a sell point. This is the feed sales sell point. And again, all these you can take or sell. You got the silage, you got dry grass, aka hay, grass, forage, chaff, and straw. So now, kind of looping back behind, we're going to go see our last point of interest tucked away in the back over here. And I went the wrong way. Let's see, can I make it back in here? Oh boy, a little off-roading. Never hurt nobody. Right here is the supermarket sell point. And now, come back across the river. To right over here, we're going to make a right and a left. This is the shop trigger and repair trigger right over here. Scroll down on my notes. Over here, we have our milk selling sell point. And here, another fire hydrant. Go down the road a little ways longer. Right here to my left is the dairy. Purchase this for $70,000. You have your input here, but again, not a defined output. Now I'm guessing this may be the output right here. It's just not clearly marked. I have not seen an output marker for this production point. So that is just my guess. Now, if we take a look at the map and kind of see where we've been, what we've seen up to this point, we were here at farmland number 31, the third farm. We then came out here, we saw the carpentry, the cereal factory, the animal dealer, then came down here. The animal dealer here, the fire hydrant, came down here to the feed sales, and then back up and around to the supermarket. We came across the river over to here where we saw the vehicle shop, the farming machinery dealer, which is the repair trigger, here to the milk selling sell point, the fire hydrant there, and the dairy. Now, if we go right across the street to farmland number 31, we can purchase it for $48,680. This is the fourth and final farm, and this is by far the most complicated of farms. And here's why, and the final reason why we needed the trailer. So tucked away over here, starting on this end, this is a feed silo. We come up to it, we can take the cover off, and now we have the trigger available to put into the feed silo. We open this door. This is the feed silo here. We have a button, activate pipe. That then loads there. Everything's good to go. We can then bring our trailer out and around. Ah, no, don't stop in front of me. Oh, and I just smacked the microphone. Alright, now we can kind of pull in here and do so uninhibited. Now that we have that pipe out, we'll eventually, there it is, start filling. We can put into the feed silo grass, straw, pig feed, hay, silage, total mixed ration, chaff, and back to grass again. Now let's go ahead and put away this pipe, because once this is all folded away, we can then come to the other side right here. Again, activate pipe. You see this pipe is now activated, moves into place, and we have this pop up. We go here, start filling. This is our grass to silage fermenter. So we have the input for the grass and silage fermenter right here. This is the output pipe for it. So very, very nice. It's, again, if you weren't walking around or anything, specifically right here, you wouldn't see these. You probably would just blow right by them. You wouldn't understand how to take out or anything like that. So I just so happened to stumble across them. I just walked by and saw the B button just kind of flash. And that's why I saw this. And then I saw the other button right over there. So again, might need a bit of an update, but you can see the signs here. Fermenter, grass in, silage out. You know, you just got to kind of pay attention to the signage and things like that. You got the loading area for the fermenter. Again, they're kind of color coordinated, which is nice. But you also have the output for the feed silos. It's just, like I said, it's one of those that if you're not paying 100% attention, then you might just kind of breeze right by it. Again, wait a minute. This is the input for the fermenter. What just happened? Then what is this? We have a indicator here, but an input here, but what is this input for? Huh. See, that's what I'm talking about, is there's all these little things that just don't make 100% sense. Anyways, cow barn right here. 50 cows in this particular barn. You got your feed input over there. I believe tucked around the back side over here was the output for the, yep, for silage right here. And is there a swing out trigger or something? Huh. Anyways, just the pipe is all the way turned in, so I didn't know if there was a switch or something that would, let's see, feeding and straw, so we put in our feed and straw there. Over here we have our milk here. go back to our tractor real quick. Pass on through. And we can take in all the rest of the farm. There we go. So over here, we have a liquid fertilizer tank, a diesel tank, and again, both of these you can purchase additional storage tucked away in here. We have a bale and pallet storage right in here. Let's see, let me make sure I got everything there. So we got the cow barn, the grass silage fermenter, liquid fertilizer tank, diesel tank, bale and pallet storage, and feed silo. That is everything at this farm. Whew. Like I said, this one's a bit more complicated than the rest. But again, as long as you're paying attention to kind of the signage and things like that, it's kind of adds up. Again, there's certain things like this little sign right here that's a little off to me, but not a huge deal. Now let's hop back in the tractor and we can leave the trailer. Actually, we don't have to tote that around anymore. Not that it's hurting anything, but we need to come back here. And then over here is the biogas plant with a really awesome feature that I really like. I really appreciate it when modders do things like this. We'll start tucked away back here. Big bunker silage clamps right here. And you have a place where you can actually dump in from the top right up here. There's several modders who've done kind of variations on this one. I like this where you can just dump in from this side and, you know, be able to compact it as it fills. Just makes the clamp work a lot easier. Now, this particular biogas plant you do own. Right off the bat, you own this, as you can see here. Now, I will say, you don't own the land, so you cannot load into the bunker silos just yet. You have to buy the land separate, and if you buy the land itself, farmland number 36, you also get this field down here, which is already kind of pre-stacked with sunflowers. Now, when I came in here last time, this was all corn, which kind of made sense considering, you know, biogas plant, also owning a field with it. Yeah, it's going to add up. But anyways, not a big deal. We have our input here. We have our liquid output here, digestate, and our liquid input. Wait a minute. Liquid input here. So we have two outputs for digestate? We must, yeah. Output for digestate here and an output for digestate over here. All right, now come over here, open this gate. Follow this around towards the river here. Now, directly in front of me, this is the port sales right here. To my left, that is the farmer's market sell point. Tucked away over here, this is the spinnery. Purchase this for 60,000, and you have your input over here and your output here. And now to the last, but certainly not least, part of the tour. Right up here, this is the gardening sell point, and that is it. That is the Bavarian Farm, and I just crashed. That is the Bavarian Farm. Now it is time to render my... Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. We need to go through where we were. So we were here at the 4th farm. We then came down here to the biogas plant, down and around to the port sale, the farmer's market, the spinnery, and then the gardening sell point. Now that is everything. Now, to render my opinion, 0 to 5 scale as always. What do I think of this map? I like it. I certainly think this is an above average map, and other than the couple of things I pointed out before where it just seems like there's some kind of oddities, some glitchy kind of issues going on, it's a really solid map. Now, color palette is really nice. It's bordering on the cartoon. Even though there's not a ton of different colors, there's a lot of wildflowers all along the road networks, and it just makes it really kind of like those pops of whites and gold, whites and yellow, are really kind of almost overwhelming at times. Really kind of just kind of sucks you out of things. Now, I'm not saying that that doesn't happen. I've seen, areas like this, but it just seems like it's really expansive. It covers all the roadways. Just seems to be a bit too much. But I mean, other than that, it's a really solid map. I really like the terrain. I like the layout. It's, again, a smaller map, so you get this kind of artificial border that you wouldn't necessarily get if the map was larger, but it looks like it just continues on. Even though it doesn't, it looks like it continues on, and it is really nice to be able to have that higher detailed surroundings. But let's see, the terrain, love it. The color palette is, for the most part, okay. We'll kind of say it's above average, but not, great. We'll, let's see, terrain, love it. Got good undulations. There's some flat areas, but it's not so flat that it's, like pancake and not really all that interesting. The periphery makes sense because of all the kind of terrain changes. You got an outer animated mountain range that kind of adds up and is fitting to the map. Again, you're starting to see those kind of pops of different color that does kind of take things out. You do have buildable areas, which is nice, tucked away back there in that little forestry area. I mean, just all in all, this is a really solid map, and if it wasn't for those kind of, again, previous stated issues. One other thing I noticed too, if you look at the bottom left hand corner where the map is, the icon where I'm at doesn't really line up that well with where the road networks are. So it's one of those that, again, just kind of a off-putting kind of thing, but not the end of the world. Yeah, so 0 to 5 scale, what would I give this? I'd probably give this, well, I'll give it a 2-part score. So, in its current state, with the kind of issues that have already been explained and all that stuff, I'd probably give this, probably give this a 3.5. Like I said, I really do like it. I gotta be over here to open it, huh? No? Oh, I don't own this land. That's why I can't open it. Ha! I'd probably give it a 3.5. Probably a 3.5. I think it's above average even with the issues. But you take those issues out, I'd give this a solid 4. Solid 4. Really like it. Again, there's a lot of different areas that you can purchase. It's going to be very open and inviting to a lot of different players. You can have some players who want to do farming, like arables. They can do it. There's others that can do forestry. They can do that too. If you want to make this map your own, you can pick any one of the starting farms or none of them at all. So it's really, really solid. It's got some good bones. It just needs to be given a little bit of TLC, a little tender love and care, and it'll be right up there. So yeah, all in all, 4 out of 5. I think this is a very solid map. And I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. It shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.